Soaring with the Saints. My name is Colton Hall, your host, and today we're joined by head baseball coach, Mike Dahl. Thanks, Colton, for joining us.
Appreciate it, Cole.
So, fast forward to last year. You just got named the head baseball coach of Presentation College. What was the first thing that you wanted to let your team know, or you wanted to tell them?
We had just talked about changing the culture, trying to get past our old ways, kind of the old practice habits. So just kind of looked at the guys and said, the losing stops now, and buy into the new culture, buy into the new philosophy, and let's see where we can go.
Mm-hmm. You were with Presentation before that, correct?
Correct, as the assistant.
As the assistant, okay. Talk about a little about the former coach. Some things you learned, some maybe things that you took away from him.
So our former head coach was a great guy, Jesse Eicham. Did great things with the program. Between the two of us, we helped really increase the roster size, a recruiting aspect of it. Just kind of learned, kind of the ins and outs of the program, practice stuff, travel arrangements, kind of the basic baseball things. And we would just bounce ideas off of each other, both offensively and defensively. But it was kind of more of just the overall aspect of the baseball budget side of it. So,
you guys just got done with a trip from Arizona. So last year, you guys started off by winning your first 4 games in Arizona, and then you went on a 6-game losing streak. So, but this year you flipped that. You went to Arizona. You went 6-4. Just talk about. Now you guys are back at 500. That's a pretty big step for your team, right?
Yeah. No. Anytime you can come back from the Arizona trip, above 500. So we came back 6-4. That's a great thing for us. Played some really good baseball down there. In my opinion, we just had really one off day where we played a really good Morningside team, and they kind of took it to us. Other than that, we beat Bemidji State, which was a Division II team. Beat a really good Concordia, Nebraska team from the NAI. So we played well, minus just that one day, essentially, for me, which was good to see. We played good defense. Offense came together a little bit. Pitching was great yet again, and so there's a lot of positives coming out of that trip.
Mm-hmm. Coming off a season in which you guys broke the school's record for most wins in a single season, is there now just a little bit added pressure, or is that something you're expecting of yourself now?
There is probably a little added pressure, just for myself. I don't really put it on the guys or the team. It kind of is what it is. We're already kind of getting into our scheduling where we're going to have to probably reschedule a lot of games or miss a lot of games due to weather. So you can't really focus on the number of wins that we're going to have this season. We're just going to continue to play baseball, get in the games that we can, hopefully go into the conference tournament, having a good seed, and see what we do. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I'm not really thinking about breaking another record. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So.
Mm-hmm. You also got some returners. We kind of talked before. Jesse Spangler, first team All-Conference. Second team All-Conference included Guzman and Jace White. Talk about the fact that you guys did lose some people, but you still got a really good core coming back for you guys.
Yeah, the really good core coming back is probably our position guys. Spang, Goose, Wyatt. We do have our middle infield essentially back. Eric Hernandez, Angel Ferris. Added in a couple extra guys on the corners, and even another catcher behind Jace. Our outfield is really stacked as well. Johnny Radomski coming back, Zane Hunt, Dryden Kazmar returning. So from that side of it, position-wise, yeah, a lot of veterans, a lot of experience. And from the pitching side of it too, they're veterans essentially. We have a huge junior class of pitchers, but experience-wise, they just didn't get a lot of innings last year. A lot of the innings were used up by the seniors who graduated, so now it's just a matter of getting those juniors to come into play and just fill those shoes essentially. And in my opinion, they already have. I think pitching has been one of our stronger suits already this season, which has helped win us a lot of games. So that's really encouraging to see.
Mm-hmm. Going back to the Arizona trip, what was maybe something that your team or just you took away from the trip and coming back 6-4?
It was just a matter of playing good baseball. Like I said, I thought we played really good for 5 out of the 6 days we played. Just that one day we just didn't show up. But other than that, we played. I finally got the offense going a little bit. The guys started swinging it, more confidence at the plate, battling, finding ways to get on base for us, which was what we were struggling with against Mount Marty. Pitching was strong. In my opinion, they kept us in the game, and defensively we played well. So for me, it was just trying to figure out the team and trying to see them kind of come to their own. Basically play up to what I believe is our potential, essentially. So that was kind of what, for me, that's what I was looking for. I was just looking for us to finally kind of break through the shell, play our game, be confident, and just, play baseball. So,
You kind of mentioned it a little bit, but on one of the games you guys, you got the offense going. You scored 29 runs in one of your games. I think it was an inning where you scored 16 straight runs. That's pretty crazy. To just talk about, you guys just went off.
Yeah, it was kind of a weird game. We were playing on one field, and the sun was starting to set, and so talking with the directors of the tournament, they were just telling us that we were going to flip fields at the end of the inning. And so I was just trying to get us a couple of runs because at that point we were down 4-0. And it led off with like a bunt single, and then another bunt to move a guy into position. I think we bunted almost 3 times in a row just to get the bases loaded. Then they went to a pitching change, and that's when they flipped the field on us. And we went from the sun being in the hitter's eye to the sun being in the fielder's eyes. So then it was just the fielders couldn't see the ball. It was crazy. Like we would hit the ball, outfield didn't know where it went. Pitcher couldn't even get it back from the catcher. We would steal second base constantly. Basically, in my opinion, we just took advantage of the situation.
Yeah, it seemed like an advantage for you guys. Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, my thought was if we can do it offensively, when they get up to the plate, they're going to be able to do it as well. So I wanted to try to score as many runs as possible, and it just ended up working out that way.
Well, let's see here. What's maybe a favorite dessert that you would have?
A favorite dessert? Oh boy, I'm always a stickler. I guess weakness would be mint chocolate chip ice cream.
Mint chocolate chip.
Yeah,
that's a classic.
Yeah.
In the morning when you get up, are you a sock shoe type of guy, or are you just a sock shoe?
I definitely put socks on first. I will walk around with socks on, and then I will put my shoes on last before I leave the apartment.
Do you have a daily routine that you go through every day just to kind of get yourself ready? Maybe it is with socks first, and then, or is there just something that you just?
Typically, I'll just wake up, shower, brush my teeth, get dressed, start the truck if it's cold outside, let it warm up a little bit, and then just go to work. That's kind of my routine. There's nothing special. I don't really eat breakfast or do anything like that. I just get into work and start going. So.
Also talk a little bit about, you kind of mentioned that the weather here sometimes isn't exactly up to par. Sometimes you're just going to have to face the fact that your team's probably in a couple of games that are canceled. But, just talk about the fact that you guys still have to stay focused. You still have to find a way to make sure you win the games that you do play.
Yeah. No, it's just a matter of staying positive, keeping the guys informed as much as I can, so that they're not in the dark on what's happening, with the weekend or whenever we're leaving. A lot of that goes back to academics too, so that they can communicate with professors. But it's really just a communication thing between me and the guys. We just try to stay as close as we can and give them as much information as I have. That way that they're on the same page. There's no questions or anything being left out. Losing games is never fun. So when we have to try to reschedule, they understand. It could be a split decision where we got to get on a bus, later tonight and drive 6 hours for a game tomorrow morning. And they do their best to stay positive. Some things are out of our control. But just being able to communicate with them, that seems to be a big help for me.
You guys get done with Arizona, you go on to play Northern State here in a couple days. But, after that, you guys go to conference play. This is the time that actually counts. Last year, you guys won your first 8 conference games, of the season. Now you're kind of going into conference play. Just talk about the importance of being ready and, what Arizona did for you.
Yeah, I mean, it's important we need to keep everybody healthy. All the pitching arms need to be healthy. Obviously, a couple position guys are battling some injuries as well. So just getting the time to get them back here and just get some reps in for practice going into this weekend, whether we play or not. I'm pretty certain that we won't. But you never know. Something could happen. Something could come up, or a team finds a field or something like that. If that's the case, then we'll be ready for that. Other than that, going into conference against Viterbo, we want to be fully healthy. We want to be strong going into that and start strong. Hopefully take the series, whether it's 3-1 or 4-0, and that'll get us going conference wise. So.
All right. Well, thanks, Coach.
Appreciate it.
That'll do it for this first edition of Soaring with the Saints. Again, I'm your host, Colton Hall, and thank you for joining us.